Coach, just a stone's throw from here. The bikers and joggers, they're lining the shores of Lake Michigan, and rightfully so. But we've got some football business to take care of at Soldier Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Coming to you, coming to you.
And again this time to the tailback. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 31-yard.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
18 Gators. 55. Push him back. Push him back. Get it.
There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Go down.
2nd and 6. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
They'll drop the throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
60 out more. Check 55. All right. Here we go. Ready?
On play action, no throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, as he can really impact this offense. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
50, play.
They'll drop to throw. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Love. And he is met quickly in the backfield. midfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling the defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Draw play, Cohen. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
This is brought in at the 21. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Lions will take over. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Nothing too fancy there, a simple toss left, but for whatever reason, the defense, they didn't seem ready for it.
Let me continue on with your thought right there, because after the play was over, I kept my eyes on the defenders.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. Bravo. Now.
2nd and 11. He gets it to Thomas. And he goes out right around the 39.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's going to rifle one deep. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They run. This is Cohen. Oh, Cohen lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, a decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open. He finds a way to pick up a first down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Decon, 152 fighter.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Trubisky got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there at a first down. On first down, here's Love. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. We're 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? First down, a run with Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10 at the 43.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. On the draw, this is Cohen. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a flat and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 40.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Alert, 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 alert. Check, check.
They'll run it now, out of the gun. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Rowe. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Tackles.
On first down, Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Wood.
Now it's Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Sullivan. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
First down.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Miller. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Flushed out right. He can run. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Trubisky now, the throw on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Sullivan. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, that'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Trubisky now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10. They'll buy some time right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. 70, 80.
First down. Here's the run with Montgomery. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
48.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, eluding the pressure right. And Thomas has it. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now they'll throw here, out of the gun. Flush to his right. Thomas has got it, complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's been a tough go for them. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter step if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone.
Bad enough to throw it anyway.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. 2nd and 4. His throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, high 7.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Bears. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll take this up to about the 7- or 8-yard line. They're back now to the original line of scrimmage thanks to that 8-yard gain. 3rd down now to follow. The Bears on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
It's going to be a long day. Hey, exit. It's going to be a long day. High 55. Come. Hey, eat. Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now Trubisky to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they have that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Evades the tackler and now some space. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken near the 13. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2nd and 9 now. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked. An 8-yard loss. Brings up 4th down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to let it fly. And now here's another interception. Darius Slay with a pick. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on it for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Love. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds and keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Third and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
Let's go, baby.
Right back to him on first down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover.